Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying okay, healthy and everything, and all the normal intro stuff. Today we are filming a day in the life of me. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, my name's Akshi. I'm a first year medical student at Imperial College and I'm an undergraduate. And today is a day in the life of my exam revision. So a little bit of background, we have our summative or end of year formal exams in sort of late April / early May, and we had our mock in early April / late March, and it means that we've got about 3 to 4 weeks to revise, which is not a lot of time, but well, we have ample revision resources and pretty much enough time to really do okay in the exams. Imperial Medicine is pretty much a pass-fail module, so what it means is it's really about you getting the mark that you need to get that pass to move on to next year. And today I'm going to be taking you guys through a little bit of what I get up to during my revision, and a typical day in what is basically a revision holiday or sort of a revision period. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, smash the like button down below. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get to 200 subscribers, which would be super awesome. I really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. I really do appreciate it, guys. So yeah, let's get into the video. So at 6:30 to 6:45, I usually get up and switch my alarm off before heading into the bathroom to do some general oral hygiene, which helps me start my day off in a clean and fresh way. While I'm brushing my teeth, I usually decide what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, make any plans, and make sure to remember anything that I've got to do in that day pertaining to YouTube, university, or literally anything else that's going on at the moment. I hop into the bath. I then make myself a pot of coffee using my £1 Nescafe ground coffee. Now this coffee tastes very similar to liquid garbage, but it does the job of waking me up, which is really why I drink coffee in the morning. And after the kettle boils, I pour it into my mug and attempt to dissolve the powder in such a way that it becomes somewhat appetizing to my mouth when I drink it. After failing that experiment, I then made my way to Rayners Lane tube station, which is where I go to university. However, today, since it is our revision break, the reason I'm going in is for an antibody test, which is something you do after getting a vaccine, more specifically for my third hepatitis B vaccine. I spent some time walking around London before finally making my way to South Kensington, and after doing the test, I make my way back to Gloucester Road Station because South Kensington's been closed for a few weeks now, which is a little bit annoying, and make my way to the tube station. I spent some time in the tube station before realising that I have yet again missed my tube and will have to wait another 15 minutes for the next one to Rayners Lane. When I get in the tube, I decide to remain the unsociable millennial that I am, plug in my Jabra earphones, which are fantastic, and I'll do a video on them later, and instead of talking to anybody nearby me, I listen to my favourite podcast, which at the moment is This Podcast Will Kill You, all about tropical diseases, infectious diseases, and anything else really to do with the human body and illness. So I'd highly recommend you guys go and have a listen to it. It's really cool, and it's a very interesting one to listen to.
Literally filled with viral particles.
When I get back to Rayners Lane tube station, I go to a Tesco Express near where I'm located currently, and decide to pick up some lunch, as well as some other goodies, which are pretty much what I'm going to be eating for lunch and for dinner for the rest of the week, in order to maintain my Generation X 21st century sort of vegan diet thing that I'm doing. But it does the job really, and I pick it up for the week ahead. I return and go on a walk, which is something that I really recommend you guys do before revision. It clears my mind, gets some cardiovascular exercise in me, and it's a really good thing to do, getting out into the fresh air. I get back home and feed my fish around 12:30, which is when they normally need to be fed, and after sitting down and watching them, making sure that they're all eating up healthily, I then make my way back to my room to continue some revision. The normal way of revision for me currently is to go through material via an active recall spaced repetition sort of mix, and it means taking questions from question banks and flashcards from second years that I've got very thankfully and very graciously, putting them all onto Microsoft Excel and basically going through them on a sort of traffic light system where green is for I know, orange is for I don't really know, and red is for I don't know at all. I then go through them and basically try and make sure that I'm recalling them actively, and anything that I don't know, I'll go back and revise. In this way, I'm not sort of just passively looking back at notes, watching lecture videos, but I'm instead going through active recall and actually having to answer questions, which is a much more engaging and rewarding way of revising. It's the first time I'm trying it out, so I'll let you guys know how it worked out in my exams, but I figured out, in my first years, this is probably the best year to try anything new, so I may as well have a go now. It's also important to understand that we've got a lot of content, so as you can imagine, my Excel sort of question spreadsheet is very big at the moment, and I'm more than happy to show you guys in another upload exactly what we're doing, what we're studying, and the workload that we have to do. But I thought for this video, keep it nice and concise, make sure it doesn't go on for too long. So hopefully that covers it a little bit. But I'll go into more detail in another upload if you guys would like me to do so. Now this takes me the majority of my afternoon and can also drip into the night if needed. But yeah, it does usually take up most of the revision I'll do in a day. After this point, I usually relax by reading my Kindle. I'm currently reading Sherlock Holmes, and also I'm reading The Rules of Contagion by Adam Kucharski, which is a great read, all about pandemics, epidemics, and everything in between. I also take some time out to play on my piano, which, helps bust a little bit of stress from revising all day long, and also spend some time going over Netflix, which is, a guilty pleasure of mine. So that was the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I guess that it was a little bit different to what it could potentially be on a day-to-day basis. Obviously today I had to go into Imperial to university to do that blood test. Normally obviously I'd be doing some revision in the morning as well. And yeah, like I said, this is all very sort of personal, so your revision style or how you revise on a certain day may be very different to mine, but I like to keep it sort of very low-key, chill. I don't like to put too much sort of intensity into it because I feel that it's more like a marathon. You've got to spread out your energy in revision holidays as opposed to going full out on the first day. But there is that aspect of trying to keep the pace up, which is very important. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video anyway. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight into Imperial exams and the workload that we have to do, especially with the content and everything. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys. I hope you stay okay, hope you stay healthy, and yeah, peace.